This question is not asked enough. And that question is why. Why does no one ask this question enough? Is my question. This is because a lot of people start with surface level conversations and casual conversations, and they always ask the what and the how rather than the why. And this is obvious because it's easy and it's simple. It's the way to go to have a conversation that's lighthearted. But this is a problem. Once you want to actually go deeper, you don't know how to ask the why. You don't know how to be comfortable in that deeper space and that real conversation that you're trying to have. This is exactly why you have to learn how to ask the why. It might be uncomfortable. It might be exposing or damaging to you or the other person if you do it in the wrong situation, which is why big reason why people don't go down this route of asking why or otherwise. So the real reason for this asking what or how is because it's easy, like I said. But let me give you an example here about ghosts. Someone sits down and they say, I believe in ghosts. The best question is going to be the why, but let me show you the what and the how so you understand that this would be a confusing part if you only ask the what and the how, because you can't ask the what and the how. It'd be difficult. The what is what made you believe this? What caused you to believe ghosts? What data do you have? And then, or you look into the how. How did you come to this conclusion? How can you believe something so extreme? Those are almost accusatory, and they're very problematic when you're asking them. So no one ever asks them. But the easy way to do it is just ask the why. But people never ask the why, and that's what makes it difficult. The why version would go, why do you believe this? Why do you understand that this is a belief that you want to have? Why do ghosts exist? And eventually they'll go deeper on their own. They'll go into the deeper sections of what their belief really is. Maybe they'll go into the why of why they actually believe this particular idea of ghosts or whatever. So truth is, when you ask why, so people a lot of the time reveal extra things. They reveal what makes them fearful, like ghosts, or they reveal what what caused them to believe this thing, which is going to be very obvious whether they're intelligent or not, whether they just saw some flashing figure and they think, oh, that's a ghost, but it's really just like a sheet or something, or it's easily explained away by something else, which means that they probably aren't that intelligent if they believe something based off such a small amount of evidence. So you can tell a lot about someone by how they answer the why. And this is why you should ask why more often. And people don't ask it enough. Truth is, people are scared. They're fearful that the other person will not want to talk about it. And like I said before, it can be uncomfortable and exposing or wrong in some situations. So the best point is to just go for it and just see what happens. In a lot of situations, obviously. But people don't do it enough, and they don't connect, and they don't make friends. And then they blame it on outside factors like the person didn't want to be friends with them, or they just didn't want to talk to them, or they didn't connect. But you have to try and connect by asking the why, rather than just going surface level. Where do you live? That's not a real good question. So, that's all I had to talk about today. Bye.